in closing, let me show you what I see as the evidence of how this could be done with the tools they had at the time. They didn't have electricity, they didn't have sandblasters, they did not have laser cut die tools, nothing like that. All they had was stone. They had stone leavings or tailings from their grinding. We know they had a hammer. And we know that they were able to cut a piece of granite square. Now, granite on granite will not cut anything. Let's suppose that this coffee right here, I thought, and this is just a demonstration, just a academic demonstration. But let's say that this is ground diorite, not sand, but leavings. And what they did is they would put some on the spot where they wanted to cut. All right. Now this may look like some fantastic way of doing this, but remember, they're up in the mountains in the middle of nowhere 17,000 years ago. This is all they had. And also on the orange stone that with all the angles that I have used my Microsoft Paint on, this is what it shows. Now what I think they did is they would have a square maul, and this would be made out of the same granite. They would put the maul where they wanted it, and it would be the same size as this, but they would put the maul where they wanted it. Now listen, okay, and they would pound on it, okay? Now as they pounded on this, the abrasive substance underneath it would take off an equal amount off of this, and it would also take an equal amount off the base right here, okay? Now they would pound that until it was powder. Then what they would do is sweep this off. So let me do this. That's why we got that tray right there. They would sweep it off, and they would have an indent of the first little layer they had taken off. Now if you look at the pink or the orange granite, you'll see that they did that on the indent. Then what they would do is take another bit of the dust, abrasive, I guess you could say, and they would keep going. So the next question is, all right, how did they get the edges so beautiful on the side? Now think about it for just a moment while you look at those edges. The edges are not being ground down. As you get lower into the granite, what happens is only underneath this maul is cut. Therefore, it keeps the sides perfectly straight, and it keeps the bottoms perfectly 45 or 90 degree angle. That is my theory anyway. Now this fits in with what they had at the time, what they were able to do. And you say, well, that would take forever. Well, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. We just don't know. But I also believe that if you put up a level on that granite, that it will not be flat. It will not be flush down here. Okay? Or you could use a straight edge, and I don't think any of it is laser cut, straight, flat, whatever you want to call it. But I do believe that is the way they did it. And when this edge right here got too chewed up, they would take it and put it on the grinder and zzz, and true it up again, and then keep going. They had an endless supply of all three of these things. An endless supply. They could do it forever if they wanted. So this is my plausible theory on how Puma Puma Punku stone inserts like this were intricately cut. No smoke, no mirrors, no fancy machines. Just a lot of hard work and ingenuity. Hope you like this series. Thank you.